Hi, Amanda May, and this is my energy policy brief about recycling in the Kentucky or Appalachia area. Basically, this recycling in Kentucky, we're at a 38% recycling rate, and we're really falling behind the national rate, which sits at 50%. Um, we face this is just an overview. We face these types that we're falling behind because we're really out of date. It's not accessible to everyone, and there's really not enough funding. But there has been improvements made, but it just needs to continue on and get more in depth to be able to really come up with more benefits for Kentucky. As I said, like the problem is that we're falling behind the national rate when it comes to recycling and waste management. Our policies and infrastructures are not modern enough. They need modernized, and they're not able to withstand the new wave of recycling and be able to withhold all of this waste. Like landfills are piling up. Everything is just um, really not working really well right now. Um, like I said, the rate is way below national rate, and this can lead to environmental harm in many ways. This is an issue because we're not modern enough and it's not accessible to everyone, and the public really just needs to be more aware on this topic. And of course, the big thing is funding. There has to be funding in order for this to work, and we have to figure out a way to get funding to this area of problems. Some alternatives that I came up with were, of course, Kentucky, we are limited and in this area, and we have many shortcomings when it comes to this. Like I said, our infrastructures are out of date, our policies are out of date, it's not a very aware topic. Um, it's not accessible to everyone, and like this it can lead to environmental harm, so it really does need to be addressed. Um, there are some of the policies need to be updated. It could save money this way. Like if we were to stick to the regular like policy that we already have, of course would save money because we wouldn't be implementing anything else. But at the same time, it still won't be accessible to everyone, and it's just going to stay the same and not get any better. If we added curbside recycling, of course, it would be more of an investment, but at the same time, it would be a push towards more a clean economy and clean environments. So more people would know about it, and it would be more accessible to people like me because I do live in a rural area, and it's literally nowhere to be found. Um, and this would just cut down on all the waste and everything going to the landfills. It's just continuing to pile up, and it's just getting out of hand, in my opinion. In order to face these problems or address them, or the steps we would have to take, of course, we need to focus, like I said, we really need to focus more on the rural areas. I'm sorry, I cannot say that word. Um, because like I said, I am from that type of area, and there's literally no recycling. I mean, literally nobody talks about it. It's just not a big deal, but it should be, and I think that it is important that these people like myself are more educated on this topic. So I think educational programs need to be implemented so people can be more aware. The policies and laws would need to be updated. One of the laws that stuck out to me throughout this research process was the bipartisan infrastructure law. It gave like $2.4 million to assess this issue. And they gave us an example of in Lexington, Kentucky, so it's like an hour away from here. Um, Partnerships and programs like that need to be encouraged, especially the ones supported by the American Chemistry Council. And we just need to push a more circular economy. And this would make the demand for these recycled materials more wanted or more in demand, which could help to become more of a green economy. Um, I think incentives would need to be implemented, and funding, of course, is really important. And this could just help Kentucky to become more sustainable on their own, and we could catch back up to the national rate.